From the heart of God's country, in the midst of the Great Smoky Mountains, it's Knoxville International Christian Film Festival presents, featuring creative Christians from around the globe, honoring God in the spirit of excellence and service. Now, your host, Rob Ekno.
Hi, I'm Rob Ekno. Welcome to a very, very intriguing and touching show today here at Knoxville International Christian Film Festival presents. We are headed across the ocean to Barcelona, Spain, and a brilliant young filmmaker, Josepmaria Angles, and he put together with his company a brilliant documentary feature titled Solo Javier. And it is kind of a Mother Teresa story with a young man who had the world in the palm of his hands and decided to give it all up to honor and serve our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ by serving the least of these. And you're going to love the piece that he has picked out for us. Let's head over to Barcelona. As I promised, we are heading over, and now we are there in Barcelona, Spain. How cool! Josepmaria Angles. Welcome to Knoxville International Christian Film Festival presents.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for hosting me here.
Oh, we are totally excited. You're our first TV show from Spain. We've had Mexico, Canada, Germany. We've been all the Isle of Malta. Man, we have been having some beautiful blessings, and you are our first. And Joseph, you have put together just a brilliant, brilliant film. It's kind of a documentary type of feature film, Solo Javier. Before we get into sharing that with our folks at home, tell us a little bit about yourself and your desire to make this type of film.
Yeah, so my name is Josepmaria, as you said. I'm 34 years old now. I'm from Barcelona in Spain, and I've been for the last 10 years working in the film industry here in Spain. Firstly, I was focused on let's say, commercial feature movies. But in the last 4 or 5 years, I decided let's say, to change to more like documentaries, and always trying to make them have some faith thing inside, like some inspiring stories, conversions, or things that can inspire people and make a faith be true and be living and be lived by the audience as well. So in this last period, we received this offer in the company I work for the amazing story of Javier Sartorius, which is the Solo Javier documentary. And it's been a very beautiful journey because I like to compare his story with the classic Into the Wild. You will know that movie, right? Yeah. So it's a bit of Into the Wild, but in a more spiritual and religious way, let's say. I'd say that.
Well, it is, and it's very, very powerful. And you talk about it almost has a Mother Teresa type vibe to it, right? Where she gave everything up in her life to go and work with the poor and the needy and stuff. And as we watch this in just a moment or two, while you're at home, you're really going to fall in love with this piece. It's an hour documentary, which we can't show the whole thing. So Joseph has been kind enough to put together a beautiful 13-minute piece for us from that film, and it is just so powerful. You will have to do some reading of the graphics on the screen to begin with, but it does get into English speaking as well. But if you follow along, it's really, really well done, and the graphics and all of that. So Joseph, if you can for us, go ahead and set us up on what we're about to see without giving us the whole deal.
So Javier's spiritual journey, he went into different stages and also into different, let's say, places like countries and stuff. So he was born in Madrid, in Spain, in a very high-class family. Like his surname was very well known in the Spain back in the 70s, 80s. So he was like pretty privileged family and environment here in Spain. Then he went to the US. He was studying there I think in Dallas, Texas first. Then he moved to Los Angeles with his brother.
Mm-hmm.
And once there, he became actually the national champion of paddle tennis in New York tournament. It appears in the movie at some point. And the thing is that during his time in Los Angeles, he started to get to know people who was like homeless, like living in the streets and very poor people. And so that started to make his spirit tremble a little because until that moment he had been always like in a very rich, comfortable place and stuff and parties and social things and stuff.
Okay.
So he starts to make very deep and very important questions about spiritual things and stuff. So as you will see in the clip now in the US, you find this moment of, let's say, awaken of the spirit that Javier started right here in your country.
Wow, such a brilliant setup for us. Josepmaria Angles in Barcelona, Spain. Thank you for being here with us. It's now time, ladies and gentlemen, to watch a beautiful clip of the feature film Solo Javier.
Esta vida cómoda y regalada de Javier en Madrid, en su tiempo, como uno podría imaginarse, no se traducía en buenos resultados académicos, ni mucho menos. Eso le llevó a su padre, hecho mano de contactos, y os vais a estudiar Administración y Dirección de Empresas a Estados Unidos y a buscaros la vida por vuestra cuenta. Es decir, se acabó de vivir de la sopa boba y a partir de ahora vais a saber lo que es ser responsable de vuestras propias vidas.
Y bueno, al final pues acabaron Fernando y Javier en Estados Unidos con una beca de tenis, pero sin recibir un ingreso de papá. Lo que te quiero decir que enseguida tuvieron que empezar a trabajar.
Soy Fernando Sartorius, el hermano de Javier. Yo soy entrenador personal y profesor de pádel tenis. Aquí empezó una parte muy importante de nuestras vidas, aquí en Venice Beach, California. El problema que teníamos Javier y yo es que nunca nos metimos en el sistema español. O sea, cuando le íbamos a dar a mis padres las notas, me acuerdo que íbamos a su oficina y mi padre tenía una luz encendida en la oficina y Javier y yo entrábamos acojonados a ver a mi padre y le decíamos a mi padre: oye papá, que han llegado las notas. Y mi padre se ponía serio y decía: ¿cuántas? Yo 7 y Javier 8. No me lo puedo ni creer, yo estoy todo el puto día trabajando, lo único que os pido es que aprobéis y me traéis. Entonces claro, se nos juzgaba en esa época por los estudios. Y el plan que tenía mi padre, la hoja de ruta de mi padre, era universidad, graduarnos, venimos de un ambiente, como se dice en España, muy pijo, y era luego colocarnos en alguna empresa, pero Javier y yo nos bajamos 3 paradas antes. Empezamos a dar clases de pádel, nos hicimos profesionales, nos hicimos muy buenos, y aquí empezamos a conocer un montón de gente y aquí empezamos a ganar dinero. Tuvimos una vida muy movida en cuestión de sexo, discotecas, estábamos totalmente desmadrados, por decirlo de alguna manera.
Vivir en Estados Unidos es como jugar un partido sin árbitro. Todo es más salvaje que en España. Estoy empezando a ser independiente de verdad, a conocer a muchísima gente que vive con una libertad espectacular, sin tener que dar explicaciones a nadie. Estoy experimentando muchas sensaciones completamente nuevas para mí. Siento que por primera vez puedo jugar con mis propias reglas.
Hey. Hey, you. You got a cigarette?
No, I don't have. I don't smoke, sorry.
Where are you from, man?
I'm from Spain, Madrid.
Ah, Madrid. Viva España, muy bonito.
I gotta go.
I was in Madrid once. Yeah, come on. I was there when I was a young guy with my father.
Uno de los impactos que a Javier le empieza a cuestionar los grandes interrogantes de la existencia humana es el contacto con la miseria humana, con la pobreza.
By the way, I'm John.
Okay. I'm Javier.
Pleased to meet you.
Y Javier enseguida pues conectó con los vagabundos y conectó con el mundo de Venice Beach, que es un mundo muy de playa, un mundo muy de pobreza y sobre todo de tristeza, de soledad, y eso a Javier le empezaba a llamar la atención, ¿no?
Otras personas prefieren girar la vista e ir hacia otro sitio, o decir, eso es un espejismo, eso no existe. Javier no, Javier es muy inquieto y va hacia ello. Y esa respuesta se traduce en ir al encuentro de los homeless, en buscar maneras agradables de hacerles más llevadera esa miseria humana con la que ellos conviven. Y eso a Javier le marca muchísimo.
Los vagabundos que estoy conociendo viven con una especie de tranquilidad que yo nunca he tenido. El otro día me tomaban el pelo diciendo que el dinero me preocupa más que a ellos, porque yo siempre podría tener $1 más. También me hablaron de unas sesiones de yoga que se organizan por las tardes en Venice Beach. Hoy he ido a echar un vistazo y una chica me ha invitado a unirme. Ha sido súper raro. Hemos estado muchísimo rato en silencio. Nunca había hecho nada parecido a meditar. Quizás sea hora de probarlo, a ver qué tal va.
Nosotros venimos de una familia tradicional, ¿no? Católica, educados en los jesuitas. El cambio de ellos a Estados Unidos en ese aspecto pues obviamente les afectó, en el sentido que obviamente pues la religión la apartaron totalmente, porque en el ambiente en el que yo he nacido hemos vivido, no necesitamos nada interior, teníamos todo exterior. Entonces cuando tienes todo el exterior bien amueblado, ¿para qué te vas a ir para adentro? Y Javier solo a base de encontrar que fuera no le satisfacía, empezó a entrar. En Los Ángeles, aparte del culto a la religión al cuerpo, pues está la religión el culto al espíritu. Es de lo más variado que os podéis imaginar lo que es California en ese aspecto, ¿no? Y bueno, los dos acabaron en la religión orientada a la meditación.
Cuando yo fui a ver a Javier a Los Ángeles, voy a vivir a su casa y de repente, pues nada, yo me voy a acostar tranquilamente, me meto en mi cama y en mitad de la noche de repente oigo y digo, ¿pero aquí qué está pasando? Entonces, nada, me levanto, me voy al cuarto de al lado y me encuentro a Javier sentado en una silla con las piernas cruzadas y con toda una manta así negra por encima, ¿no? Y de repente le digo, ¿pero qué haces? Y me dice, no, es que yo medito todas las noches 3 o 4 horas. Entonces, claro, yo me quedé de piedra porque no sabía de esta transformación de Javier, no me lo había dicho. Y al día siguiente nos fuimos a un sitio maravilloso, porque como todo en América es todo a lo grande, pues nos fuimos a un sitio con unos jardines preciosos, todo con mucha paz, y nada, y nos hicimos la meditación.
todos sabemos que en la espiritualidad oriental la armonía entre el cuerpo y la mente es muy importante. Entonces, la disciplina deportiva de Javier la empieza a aplicar a la vida espiritual. Entonces, hace meditación, despertándose a las 5 de la mañana, la alimentación, ayunos, todo para poder controlar y armonizar mente y cuerpo para que uno sea una sola cosa, una unidad. Se empieza a hacer ahí un Javier que empieza a ser más sí mismo.
Paso de tener un primo que era un poco juerguista, deportista y juerguista, y de repente me encuentro a Javier, me lo encuentro por las noches haciendo horas de meditación en su cuarto y yendo todas las tardes a dar comida a los jóvenes de Los Ángeles, no solo a dar comida, sino a estar con ellos, que para mí hay una gran diferencia. O sea, se hizo amigo de los jóvenes.
So, kid, how's the nightlife in California?
You know, nights here are interesting.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you're doing well. I mean, you're practically an American citizen.
I need to stay in shape, you know, for tennis. An exception today.
Well done, amigo.
I didn't tell you. My brother and I are playing in the national finals of paddle in New York. We're so excited about it.
Wow, that's amazing that the Gypsy Kings are back.
But you know, I'm a bit nervous. It can be an important step in my career. It's difficult, you know?
Well, you know, it's funny. I used to feel the same way about chess tournaments. I was a pretty big champion back in the day.
Huh?
And it felt amazing. But after a while, it was like, is that all there is?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you train hard. You win. People praise you. Well, was there anything else? Is that what it really takes to make you happy? I mean, trophies, recognition. My dad once told me, he said, son, you will never get enough of what won't truly satisfy you. Anyway, good luck with your match. And thanks for this, man.
You're welcome.
All right. You're a good guy, Javier.
En un momento determinado me llaman Fernando y Javier, ellos en Los Ángeles y yo en Nueva York, de que van a jugar el abierto de Estados Unidos de pádel tenis.
Es un campeonato que es que te encumbra que eres el mejor padelista del año.
Vinieron los dos, el campeonato creo recordar que empezó un jueves por la mañana, acabó un domingo y lo ganaron.
Llega la presentación del trofeo. The winner is Javier Sartorius. Todo el mundo aplaudiendo.
Y les dieron un trofeo precioso, lo celebramos y a que no sabe lo que pasó con el trofeo.
Wow, as promised, Solo Javier, such a powerful, powerful message. Our very special guest directed that, shot that, Josepmaria Angles, and he is in Barcelona, Spain. So great to have you with us today, Josep. And this piece that you gave us of our documentary type of film, feature film about Javier, what was it like for you for the pieces that you were filming and seeing this story come to life behind the camera?
Well, it has been quite a journey also for us, for the company who have been doing this movie, because we were like, let's say, following Javier's traces, you know,
Hmm.
on all his steps in this spiritual journey. We went like behind him and following him, kind of.
Wow.
And on all this part in the US, it was very surprising the how the spiritual life of Javier really awakened, right? In this very dangerous somehow atmosphere of Venice Beach and these lots of homeless people who it was back in the 80s, but as far as I know, it's pretty much the same or even worse now, right?
Yeah, I
So
just left there a couple of years ago, and back in the 80s, it was more just kind of, free love and stuff like that. But nowadays, it's pretty dangerous area. I know I wouldn't take my beautiful other half over there. Let's just put it that way.
yeah. So that's what Javier found, and it was like coming up out of his like his bubble, you know, that he had lived always in a very comfortable and high society thing, and so he started to see reality as it is, right? Even with these most hard and tough realities like the homeless and stuff, and you know also we got to know different like spiritual movements such as Hare Krishna things,
Hmm.
self-realization fellowships, you know, all these things that they come from the Eastern spiritualities. They were also they were one part of this Javier's journey towards the Christian faith, right? So in places like this, like Hare Krishna, he started, let's say, developing and discovering the inner man inside him, you know, like the spiritual life inside through meditation, silence, and these things that later on they would be very important too as a Christian. But he started, you know, everyone's path is absolutely different. So in Javier's ones was very special to go through these places to end up as a convert Christian.
Yeah, and a very, very powerful journey. That was a brilliant way that you just set that all up for us and told us about Javier's story. So if you're just joining us, Josepmaria Angles is in Barcelona, Spain, put this beautiful documentary feature film together called Solo Javier about a young man in Spain who had basically his whole life of finances and stuff. But dad said, I'm not giving you a dime. You go make your own money, basically. And he and his brother ended up in the United States. Javier actually won the national paddleball championship in New York and it became this famous guy. But the trophy meant nothing to him because he found out hanging out with homeless people and those with so much less and trying to bring joy and light into their lives, what was really fulfilling to him, kind of a Mother Teresa a type of deal. Now, we've just got about 3 minutes left, Joseph. This show has gone so wonderfully. You've done such a brilliant job of telling us the whole story. But finish it up for us now. At a very young age, after Javier had all of this wonderful success, made all these wonderful friends, unfortunately, he fell victim to some kind of illness and is no longer with us. Is that correct?
Exactly. Javier, he died like pretty young when he was like 45 years old.
Hmm.
And, and the last 14 years, as you will see in the movie, he was like devoted as a, let's say, as a monk, sort of a monk, you know. He was living on the top of a hill in very poor conditions, and his life was all about praying, working, and reading scriptures. So he decided to retreat himself of the world and even take off his surname, let's say, because his surname, as I told you before, it was very well known here in Spain, right? It was like I cannot think of a famous surname now in the US because I'm
Well, I
not.
guess it would be like Trump in the US, right?
Maybe not that much, but kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
So something like that. So actually, he had some family people connected to the politicians and actually to the royal family. One of his cousins, she was the girlfriend of the current king of Spain. So it was like very high spheres, right? So he decided to forget about his surname. And so when he arrived to this place in the top of the hill where he became a monk, when they asked him, like, what's your name? He said, I'm Javier. And then they asked, so Javier, what else? What's your surname? And he decided not to tell that. And hence the title of the movie, which is Solo Javier, is like just only Javier.
Wow, just such a brilliant, brilliant piece of work. Josepmaria Angles in Barcelona, Spain. I'll tell you, Joseph, we can't thank you enough for sharing this portion of the documentary. And very quickly, where can people see the entire Solo Javier? Because you don't want to miss this.
Well, for the moment, we have the website solojavier.com. And I think from there, it's possible to, let's say, to request a screening in your town, in your city, whatever. We would actually like to be able to distribute it and to exhibit on the US. We are now working on some possibilities with the distribution company. So also, if there is someone who can give us an idea or give us a hand on that, it will always be welcome. But I hope it can be finally released in the US. So fingers crossed, and we keep working on it.
Absolutely. So solojavier.com, go on there and you can request it. I'm telling you, your church certainly would love to see this. It's just a brilliantly put together piece. Someone who had the world in the palm of his hands and could have continued on that track decided to give it all up and be a servant like Jesus. And what a powerful piece. Josepmaria Angles in Barcelona. Thanks for being here and blessing us with your goodness and having the courage to share that story. And we hope to meet you sometime down the road real soon.
Thank you very much, Rob. Thank you, everyone. And thanks so much for welcoming me like that.
Our pleasure. My name is Rob Ekno. For our producer, Monique Kramer, Ava Hawk, and all of us here at Knoxville International Christian Film Festival presents. We'll see you again, same place, same time next week.